So he's compelled to make the qualification, which causes even him to wince as soon as the words pass his lips. This is all about managing his image as best he can, not taking ownership. And of course, he's still lying. His affair with Hunter continued well after Elizabeth's cancer came back.
This is what happened. I grew up as a small town boy in North Carolina. You know, came from nothing.
Wow. The small town boy defense, dude. I just wanted a crumb of pussy, sir. I had nothing, and now I have things, and I wanted just a crumb of coochie.
Worked very hard, dreamed that I'd be able to do something hopeful and helpful to other people with my life. I became a lawyer. Through a lot of work and success, I got some acclaim as a lawyer. People were telling me, oh, he's such a great person, such a great lawyer, such a talent. You're going to go, no telling what you'll do. And this was when I was 31 years old. Then I went from being a young senator to being considered for vice president, running for president, being a vice presidential candidate, and becoming a national public figure. All of which fed a self-focus, an egotism, a narcissism that leads you to believe that you can do whatever you want. You're invincible.
What the fuck?
And there will be no consequences.
So you're
nothing could be further from the truth.
And credit where it's due. Edwards demonstrates a remarkable level of self-awareness and inward reflection in this moment. With most scandals of this nature,
I literally was about to say, like, God damn, that's actually a pretty solid, like, admission and subsequent apology. And then he just, like, literally flipped it on the end to be like, yeah, but that's not me at all. Like, I thought this is the difference between someone with, like, a diagnosed narcissistic personality disorder who's working on it versus someone with MPD who says, actually, Sweaty, you're literally being ableist by not letting me behave this way.
the subject will issue generic explanations. It was a moment of weakness, for instance. Edwards actually demonstrates a real level of depth in acknowledging the specific nature of what was behind his moral decay, that he let his achievements go to his own head. It's not an easy thing for someone to...
He did not say that? Wait, no, I thought he was going to, in the end, not flip it and be like, and that could not be further from the truth for me. No, I understood what he was saying. What, did I misunderstand that? No, he literally fucking revealed all of his, like, flaws.
Were you in love with her?
I'm in love with one woman. A possible way for what happened.
This raises the question, if it's no excuse...
I grew up as a small town boy in North Carolina. You know, came from nothing, worked very hard, dreamed that I'd be able to do something hopeful and helpful to other people with my life. I became a lawyer. Through a lot of work and success, I got some acclaim as a lawyer.
Oh, he's saying there couldn't be, that couldn't be further from the truth as far as the consequences. Okay, it's still narcissistic as fuck to just say like, oh no, there were consequences. Instead of being like, this was the reason why I was delusional and behaving in the way that I was. There's no excuse for it, but if you want to know what the reason is, that's the reason.
People were telling me, oh,
I misunderstood.
Oh, he's such a great person, such a great lawyer, such a talent. You're going to go, no telling what you'll do. And this was when I was 31 years old. Then I went from being a young senator to being considered for vice president, running for president, being a vice presidential candidate, and becoming a national public figure. All of which fed a self-focus, an egotism, a narcissism that leads you to believe that you can do whatever you want. You're invincible. And there will be no consequences.
So
nothing could be further from the truth.
And credit where it's due. Edwards demonstrates a remarkable level of self-awareness and inward reflection in this moment. With most scandals of this nature, the subject will issue generic explanations. It was a moment of weakness, for instance. Edwards actually demonstrates a real level of depth in acknowledging the specific nature of what was behind his moral decay, that he let his achievements go to his own head. It's not an easy thing for someone to come to terms with, and shows that perhaps he really does have enough decency left in him to attain the kind of redemption where he could be viewed in a light that isn't completely contemptible.
And that picture is absolutely you, and you are holding that baby.
The picture in the tabloid?
Yes.
I have no idea what that picture is.
But you've seen that picture, right?
I did see it, and I cannot make any sense out of it.
Well, at least he got close for a moment there.
When I went to this meeting that you've already asked me about, I was not wearing a T-shirt. I was wearing a long-sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up. I don't know if that picture is me. It could well be. It looks like me. I don't know who that baby is. I have no idea what that picture is.
That's definitely not the baby of Miss Hunter?
I have no idea who that baby is. I honestly have no idea. I mean, do you know how many pictures have been taken of me holding children in the last 3 years? I mean, it happens all the time.
Are you saying that you don't remember holding that child of Miss Hunter?
I'm saying, you asked me about this photograph. I don't know anything about that photograph. I don't know who that baby is. I don't know if the picture has been altered, manufactured. It's a picture that was taken of me some other time holding another baby. I have no idea. I was not at this meeting holding a child.
Edwards denying the photo now making the rounds shows him holding the baby he knows to be his and Hunter's daughter is such an uphill climb as to be comical, so you might be wondering why he's even bothering at this point. After all, he already lost his bid for
Yeah, he lost everything. What the fuck is the point? Why? What is he preserving? Like, does he have to do it? Also, I already ran the ad, so I don't know why you guys keep saying, like, top of the hour ad break. Like, some of you motherfuckers don't even see the ad break. So it's kind of funny that, like, you try to lock me into it in the chat. Cute. Okay, I'm the ad break master, baby.
the Democratic nomination months ago. Here's where Edwards' delusional estimation of himself and his position reaches all new levels. According to multiple sources close to him, at the time he gave this interview, he was lobbying behind the scenes for the role of Attorney General in the cabinet of Barack Obama, who was heavily favored to win the presidency come November. The man you're looking at right now genuinely believes that after having just been revealed to have lied about cheating on his wife for well over a year, he can sell himself to the incoming administration as the top pick for one of the most important positions in the White House if he can just land the idea that his adultery only took place while his wife's cancer was in remission and that the child his mistress gave birth to is not his.
There are reports that there was money paid to try to cover up this affair. Was there?
Can I just say everything you're saying? There are reports, there are allegations. These are all things in supermarket tabloids, which make the most outrageous allegations every week.
While Edwards is right that the National Enquirer is widely regarded as a rag and regularly publishes baseless gossip with abandon, even before this story they were known to get some scandals right, and it's impossible to not notice how rich it is that Edwards is still using the supermarket tabloid line of attack.
You guys don't understand. If this guy was the Attorney General, I mean, who knows? Who knows what kind of prosecutions would have occurred on Wall Street? I mean,
To combat accusations of monetary transfers and his paternity, directly after admitting that same supermarket tabloid was right about the existence of his affair all the time he's been denying it.
So let's just start with where the source of this information comes. This is what I can tell you. I've never paid a dime of money to any of the people that are involved. I've never asked anybody to pay a dime of money, never been told that any money's been paid. Nothing has been done at my request. So if the allegation is that somehow I participated in the payment of money, that is a lie, an absolute lie, which is typical in these kind of publications.
I do need to tell you, though, through ABC investigation, there has been evidence, or we've been told that there about $15,000 a month have been paid to Miss Hunter so that she could actually live out in California. In fact, that money was from Fred Barron, who was your national finance chair. Is that correct?
I don't know.
hey, oh, that's my Attorney General, dog. I'm going to jail, dude.
I told you just a moment ago, I know absolutely nothing about this.
You never even heard about that before?
I've heard about it from reporters like you just in the last few days. It's the first time I knew anything about it.
Because there's also the information that Ms. Hunter has lived in a $3 million mansion in California with help from that money.
I mean, I can answer this 100 times the same way. I had nothing to do with any money being paid and had no knowledge of any money being paid. And it wasn't being, if something was being paid, it wasn't being paid on my behalf.
And Andrew Young has declared publicly that he is the father of the baby, of Ms. Hunter.
I'm aware of that.
Do you think that's true?
I don't know.
You were running for president of the United States.
Yes.
But at that time, you were living in a lie. You could have been the Democratic nominee. What were you thinking?
What I was thinking was this was something that was personal.
Man, I was horny. I was horned up. You don't understand. I said to myself, I need a drip of coochie, sir.
To my own family. My family knew everything about it, everything. And on top of that, if you look back, Bob, I mean, I've seen people like, for example,
Well, politicians are demons. Politicians are no more demon than other humans. Humans are complete monsters. How dare you sit in your ivory tower and cast judgments? Close sex marriages are boring. Look at that guy. Whoa. Bro, this is literally like Tom from Chapo character. Like, this is like a Tom from Chapo character writing this. Close sex marriages are boring. Also, look at that guy. He's fucking hot. No one blames JFK for getting that Marilyn Monroe pussy. No one says Dr. Seuss is a bad guy for cheating on his dying wife. Nah, that's pretty fucked up, dude. Yo, like, no, he is a bad guy, I think. This guy is, like, lost his shit. The moment I said politicians are demons. Oh, this is a fucking sock account. Never mind. I don't know why I'm talking to it. He's baiting. His name is Pushed Left. A sock account is when you create a fake account just to, like, say dumb shit. Created June 16th. You know what? I'm just going to ban him just for safety. There you go. Don't come in here with your sock account.
John McCain talk about the mistakes that he's made in his past with respect to his first marriage, and left it, I think, basically at that. I mean, I'm not the first person to do this, but I don't want to talk about that. That's about somebody else. This is a
What? Wild take. I'm not the first person to cheat on his wife with cancer, stage 4 cancer. I mean, he's right.
about me. Let me say this, and I want to say it absolutely clearly. I was wrong, and I am responsible.
And your wife, Elizabeth, has also been damaged in this. Why is she not here with us to speak? Why do we just have you alone?
Can you please cut the high range audio? That ringing in this clip is killing me. Sorry, I guess you got to die then.
Well, let me say first, she's here. She's right here. I can promise you that, as she is all the time.
Sorry.
I have seen these public figures when they are saying they did something wrong or confessing some wrong, and they bring their wife to stand beside them, I guess, to show support. And Elizabeth didn't do anything wrong.
Earthquake. Major earthquake. That was a little baby one. Did you guys see that? What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy earthquake. I mean, it was a little baby one. I think it's just probably the first one, right? Dude, that was wild. Okay, maybe it wasn't major, but like that shit fucking slid. Like, yeah, like the desk slid under me. It was wild. Wait, send me a clip.
And the wife, they bring their wife to stand beside them, I guess, to show support. And
Wait.
Elizabeth didn't do anything wrong. I guess to show support. And Elizabeth didn't do anything wrong.
Don't watch clips go outside. Oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna do? No, it's not that bad. We're in fucking LA, dude. You kidding me? I think it was because I was like literally on my desk. What up, Carter, for the 20 months? Wait. I think it's gonna... Is this starting again? I wonder where it happened. Like, where was it, boys? Because, oh, that's why, dude. It was in fucking Redondo Beach. It's like literally right under me. That's why I fucking felt it. Like, it's literally Santa Monica. Don't dox? No, that's not a dox, dumbasses. But it's so close enough in proximity that, like, it's literally basically right under us. So even if it was a fucking 2.8, which is a tiny magnitude, but this is, I think... Wait, what the fuck? Actually, maybe not. Is it? Oh, yeah, it's a 2.8, which is a tiny, teeny, tiny magnitude. Especially for LA. Like, especially for California. Having it be... Oh, it's 3.4 in El Segundo? Oh. Well, regardless, it's like very close. Like it's close enough. It was a 3.4. Oh, okay. And it's in El Segundo. That's why it was that's why I felt it like hardcore. That was cool. I mean, not really. Fucking earthquakes are terrifying, but I guess not really when you're in fucking LA where it's just a regular part of your life, but all right, let's get back to narcissists.
I not only didn't ask her to be here, I asked her not to be here. I have to be the man and take responsibility. And I don't need somebody, I don't need a shield. I know how widely admired Elizabeth is. I'm fully aware of that. But she should not be involved in protecting me from whatever the consequences of this are. This, I needed to do alone without Elizabeth, because she is in no way responsible for this.
Tell me you didn't grow up in Cali without telling me you didn't grow up in Cali. Oh, that's really funny that you say that, because I survived one of the most damaging fucking earthquakes like in history. So in Istanbul. So that's really interesting that you have such a fucking asinine California take, dumbass. I watched an entire city that I grew up in fucking reduced to rubble. So you're literally wrong. It's not a California-centric thing. I had to sleep in the back of my fucking mom's pickup truck for I think it was like a week on end because we were terrified. Yeah, in 1999. For those of you who don't know, it killed 17,000 people and left more than 250,000 people homeless. And the magnitude was 7.6. for 37 seconds. Yeah. Anyway, it's all good. I mean, it's not the end of the world. First time I came back to California is when I like realized that like earthquakes are something that you just like, you know, live through.
This stage in the scandal, Elizabeth Edwards did in fact stand by her husband, issuing a statement in which she said she was proud of him for being honest in the face of shame, and reiterated the denial that he was the father of Hunter's child. But in the months that followed, the extent of John Edwards' lies grew more and more apparent, and the spectacle of it all began to get truly out of control. Friends of Riel Hunter.
By the way, part of the reason why there was such a gigantic death toll is because Istanbul was just like simply, and Izmit was not built for earthquakes. It was dog shit contractors doing dog shit building, and the same cannot. I don't think the same could be said for California. So it's like it's different. That was the reason why I was like, yeah, when you're outside of America, if you don't live in like fucking Japan or some shit, if you live outside of like a developed nation, earthquakes are entirely different because it devastates your whole way of living. Like it devastates entire regions, devastates everything. It's so much it's so much more damaging.
Began popping up in the news disputing Edwards' account, and even without them, Edwards' slipperiness was so apparent on its face that very few in the media or public were taking the latest version of the affair seriously, and he had problems beyond his public image and career prospects. Soon, he was in legal trouble as well. There's nothing criminal about transferring money to a mistress to keep her quiet and hidden, so long as it's your money. If you acquire those funds through false pretenses, however, in the guise of campaign contributions for instance, then you could be in pretty dicey territory, and Edwards had put himself in somewhat of a grey area. He hadn't directly gone into campaign funds to conceal his affair. He had, however, taken significant gifts from wealthy supporters, most notably 97-year-old heiress Bunny Mellon, that amounted to nearly $1 million, and used that money for Hunter's accommodation and expenses without their knowledge. The FBI began an investigation shortly after Edwards' Nightline interview, and he was indicted 3 years later on charges of conspiracy, illegal campaign...
I love when motherfuckers in the chat just like see people doing like dog shit things and go, oh, he's just a Gemini, dude. This is such Gemini behavior. Yeah, dude, I know. I was gonna go with Scorpio, but...
contributions and false statements. During the time in between the interview and his trial, what little remained of his ability to control the story completely disintegrated. He eventually admitted to being Quinn's father on January 21st of 2010, a little over a month before her second birthday. He and Elizabeth separated pending divorce shortly thereafter. Not long after that, Riel Hunter began making appearances in the media, including an interview with GQ, which included a photo shoot, which some would criticize as being less than tasteful.
What the fuck?
In that interview, Hunter presented herself as a woman with a Zen mindset who was ready to...
Bro, I'm sorry, but like, as a fucking fully developed adult, okay, you don't get to have it both ways. Like you're not a victim here, okay? I'm sorry. You knew what the fuck was going on. You knew that this dude was like literally married and his wife had cancer, and you fucked him. And like, you don't get to do like, I'm a fucking hero photo shoots for GQ. Like, you're a fucking asshole. That's such a misogynistic thing to say. Wait, really? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't fucking realize that, like, women had no accountability whatsoever with respect to, like, the actions that they take. And in circumstances, it's just literally, like, it's just always the fucking guy's fault. The guy cheated, she didn't. But she knew the fucking wife had cancer. What the fuck? And she kept fucking him. That's crazy. If, on the other hand, she said, like, well, the power dynamic, there's a power imbalance there. like, I got a job, you know, I'm young and I'm thinking that, like, you know, my career is going to go places, and then he has an advance on me, then that's that's an entirely separate subject. But if you're like, yeah, no, I'm a full-blown adult and I just wanted to fuck this dude and it was tight, you know, you're still kind of a dick, dude. Women have zero ability to not consent to sex, according to chat, apparently. I mean, it's like wild, dude. Like, he is absolutely a piece of shit. I mean, he's much, much worse than her actions here. But, like, normalize calling women assholes? I mean, seriously, is that the parallel they draw between Clinton and Lewinsky? Dude, how can you say that about Monica Lewinsky, dude? Are you fucking insane? One is the goddamn president fucking an intern, dog. How is that the same, dude? Are you guys fucking nuts? Bro, she was like 20 years old in the White House. Like, as an intern, dude. Dude, I can't tell if this is bait or, like, some people legitimately just assume that, like, women have no agency in any circumstance. It's so weird.
To move forward with her life, while at the same time not appearing reluctant to continue to twist the knife in the Edwards family, claiming, for instance, that after his Nightline interview, where he professed to love only Elizabeth, John Edwards called her and told her it didn't mean anything. Elizabeth Edwards died toward the end of that year on December 7th at the age of 61. In April of 2012, Edwards' campaign finance fraud trial began, with him pleading not guilty to all charges.
This afternoon, John Edwards, with his daughter by his side, said he will fight the charges against him and win.
There's no question that I've done wrong, and I take full responsibility for having done wrong. But I did not break the law, and I never, ever thought I was breaking the law.
But the government charges he did just that, alleging he illegally
Nope, he did.
solicited donations during the campaign to hide his affair with Riel Hunter and the child they share. The indictment stating that the public revelation of the affair and pregnancy would destroy his candidacy. The indictment lays out how the money was spent to keep Hunter away from the attention of the media and in the lap of luxury. There are pricey flights for Hunter on chartered jets, including one for $29,000. Payments to resorts in Florida, Colorado, and California. One hotel bill alone costing $8,000, a $58,000 bill for a rental property. In just 1 month alone, the government claims
By the way, it's a total lie. Like, when you say, I didn't know, I mean, first of all, you can't just say, oh, I didn't know as a defense, okay, when you're, like, very clearly violating the law. And secondly, of course he knew he was breaking the law. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, there's a reason why he, like, kept her under the campaign for the duration, like, so that he could justify paying for all this shit.
$80,000 was spent on keeping Hunter out of the public eye. To help the cover-up, the government claims Edwards asked his campaign aide, Andrew Young, to pretend he was the father of the baby.
He also asked me to arrange for a fake paternity test.
And in the indictment, prosecutors point to...
Also, yeah, he was a fucking lawyer, dude. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know it was illegal. Lawyer running for office the second time doesn't know campaign finance violations, except he suspiciously tried to avoid them as best as he could, or like try to hide it as best as he could while skirting the campaign finance violations. Like,
Our interview with Edwards as proof that he not only lied about being the father.
A report has been published that the baby of Miss Hunter is your baby. True?
Not true. Not true.
But also about money allegedly used for the cover-up.
I've never asked anybody to pay a dime of money, never been told.
I mean, it makes sense that he was like going after a piece of the morality police in the Republican conservative audience, right? And then he did this. This is very GOP, to be honest. Like he was doing what every Republican does.
Told that any money's been paid.
Prosecutors say the money came
The
from...
baby's in my chat right now writing stuff like, actually, Sweaty, it is super fucking zen and chill. And that, like, women have no agency in any sort of circumstance like this.
Fred Barron, Edwards' campaign finance chairman, and Bunny Mellon, a wealthy heiress. They say Fred Barron spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this ruse, including one envelope stuffed with $1,000 in cash and a note warning, old Chinese saying, use cash, not credit cards. Now today, John Edwards' lawyer said very strongly that he is certainly not guilty. He says that money was not intended for the campaign. It was personal money coming from personal friends and therefore certainly not illegal.
Some new drama on Wednesday at the John Edwards corruption trial. The former senator's daughter actually had to leave the courtroom during testimony about her late mother. Anna Warner is at the courthouse in Greensboro, North Carolina, where several people who used to work for Edwards took the stand. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Erica and Charlie. And it was during the testimony of one of those former campaign staffers that we saw what is one of the most dramatic moments in this trial to date. It's a moment that shows why Wednesday proved to be an emotional day for both John Edwards and his daughter.
Kate Edwards attends court each day, but left in tears yesterday, just as testimony began about an incident involving her late mother, Elizabeth Edwards. Former campaign staffer Christina Reynolds was on the stand, talking about an argument between John Edwards and his wife at a Raleigh airport in October 2007. An Inquirer article about Edwards' affair had been published the day before. Reynolds said she watched as a distraught Elizabeth Edwards stormed off and sort of collapsed down into a ball in the parking lot. Reynolds testified Elizabeth was very upset, telling John Edwards something to the effect of, "You don't see me anymore." Then, in front of others, she took off her shirt and her bra. Hearing that testimony, John Edwards looked down and appeared emotional, and at the end of the day left court with his daughter. Legal expert Kieran Shanahan was in the courtroom.
Today they try to redirect the focus onto John Edwards and his behavior. Unfortunately, I think the behavior that they focused on had very little to do with the actual charges that he faces.
We have breaking news right now, a verdict in the John Edwards trial. Former presidential candidate facing 6 counts of campaign fraud, up to 30 years in prison, but he has been found not guilty on one charge, a hung jury, a deadlock jury, a mistrial on the other 5 charges. He will not be going to jail. This was all in connection with whether he took money from friends and associates to cover up his affair with Mistress Riel Hunter. The jury has decided not guilty on one of those counts, did not reach a decision on the others. Let me bring in Dan Abrams, our legal analyst right here. He's not going to prison. They basically decided, at least on this one count, that this was a gift, not an illegal campaign contribution.
Or that the prosecution hadn't proved its case. This is great news for John Edwards. John Edwards has got to be thrilled. People may hear hung jury. Could this mean a retrial? Yeah, it might, it could. But the bottom line is 1 not guilty count and 5 hung is a huge win for John Edwards.
I wanted to say first, thank
For the record, like, this shit does not fucking sink Republican campaigns, okay? Like, this will fuck you up if you're a Democrat. It's not gonna fuck you up if you're a Republican. Especially in the post-Trump world that we live in, like, no shot. You're like, yeah, I fucked. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Of course I'm gonna move on her like a bitch. You mean to tell me you're not gonna get gorilla grip? Believe me. He's a Dem though, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't sink Republicans. It wouldn't have sank Republicans back then. It doesn't sink Republicans in general. And certainly not post Donald Trump. I'm gonna come.
Thank you for the jurors and their incredibly hard work and their diligence.
I mean, Matt Gaetz is a great example of someone who is not even seen any consequences and is still rolling through and probably will literally, if he doesn't go to jail, like he might become a president one day, okay?
They took their job very, very seriously, as we saw both during the trial, the attention they paid to the evidence during the trial, the presentations of the lawyers, and the fact that they've now spent almost 9 full days deliberating. The second thing I want to say just a word about is responsibility. And this is about me. I want to make sure that everyone hears from me and from my voice that while I do not believe I did anything illegal or ever thought I was doing anything illegal, I did an awful, awful lot that was wrong. And there is no one else responsible for my sins. Next thing I want to say a word about are the people that I love, because it's been an incredible experience for me to watch my parents. My dad just turned 80, my mom who's 78, tromp up here from Robbins, North Carolina every day to be with me and to support me. Kate, who most all of you have seen, has been here every single day. She has been here no matter what, no matter how awful and painful a lot of the evidence was for her. Evidence about her dad, evidence about her mom, who she loves so, so dearly, but she never once flinched. She said, Dad, I love you. I'll be there for you no matter what. Emma, who turned 14 recently, Emma Claire and Jack.
Dude, moms are the best, dude. Look at that. She's just like smiling through it all, you know? She's like, yeah, this is great. Dad is like fucking devastated.
Who just turned 12, who I take care of every day. And I've not been able to see them quite as much, but I see them in the morning. I get their breakfast ready, get them off to school, and then we get home at night and we all eat supper together. And I love them both so dearly. And then finally, my precious Quinn. Who I love more than any of you could ever imagine. And I am so close to and so, so grateful for. So grateful for Quinn. I'm grateful for all my children, including my son Wade, who we lost years ago.
When a public figure who's committed so many loathsome deeds gets off in a case like this, it's easy to feel like they've avoided their just desserts. But in fairness, Edwards wasn't on trial for those sins, just as he said, and the legal case against him was flimsy from the outset. Besides, the main victims of his recklessness were his family, so in the grand scheme of things, it probably is for the best that his children with Elizabeth were not punished further by seeing their only living parent go to prison, and Quinn wasn't denied more time with a father that had finally got around to acknowledging her. In the wake of a public scandal so humiliating and hurtful for all the people unfortunate enough to be thrust into it against their will, all any decent person can hope for is that Edwards walking free can mark an end to the whole sordid chapter, and the innocents affected by it can move forward in life with the dignity they deserve.
I think what bothers me the most was the meanness of it all. The lack of compassion and understanding that happens when people make mistakes or people do things. Everyone judges and jumps on you so fast.
Composed and subdued, Rielle Hunter today seems a far cry from the woman at the center of a political sex scandal.
How are you doing, Quinn?
Great.
Are you concerned at all, though, by writing this book, even with the positive message that it will bring up some of the ugly parts of your past and something you'll have to relive and talk about again?
When you make a mistake, you have to take responsibility for it. say you're sorry, forgive yourself, and then move on. Life happens the way it's supposed to happen. But if it was to happen again, it's just like, I'm not the same person anymore.
Yeah, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I have. And I hope to teach Quinn that.
What have you learned from your mom, Quinn?
That it's okay to make mistakes. And
like me.
not to be hard on myself.
I'm sorry.
If anyone in this whole sleazy affair were to be nominated as the person with the least amount of
Quinn, if you're in here right now, I apologize. It was just a joke. You're a wonderful human being, okay?
reasons to be hard on themselves, it would be very difficult to beat Frances Quinn. So hopefully, when she isn't being paraded in front of cameras to sell books, in between listening to her mother answer questions about the extramarital affair that led to her existence, both of her parents are indeed making sure that she fully understands her complete absence of culpability.
I have no idea. I have no understanding of time, so I just assume that she's like 16, 17. She might be a juicer instead.
Is not the circumstance.
Oh, she's 13? Oh, she's probably watching XQC then. Never mind.
Of her conception, that she is worth every bit as much as her in-wedlock siblings, and that there's absolutely no reason that she can't succeed in living a life full of virtue and integrity just because her parents made a piss-poor go of it.
Mistake gang, rise up. This guy just shitty little JCS boo. Dude, you guys are like, are there JCS stands out there? Like, I'm just confused. Like, how does that work? This is the new Mad Orchard, but I don't know what the deal is with this. The Bain family homicides remain one of the most infamous and divisive crime stories in New Zealand. This video explores some of the key reasons why they're so. What the fuck is going on? Is a New Zealand Kiwi? Is a New Zealand Kiwi murder? There's a Kiwi murder. It's fucking Kiwi murder. He should have bought a dog and get Jack instead of denying. Okay, I made that joke already, okay? Kiwi murder! Yeah, there are JCS stands. You literally bred us into who we are, Pago. We're rear champ. Take a look at Soft White Underbelly. It's insane interviews with outcasts of society. Someone sent me all the JCS uploads. I don't know what's going on, but I do want to say, I don't know what the fuck's going on here either, dude. What is this? Ollie London gets surgery to look Asian and now identifies as Korean? Like, who the fuck is Ollie London, dude? Like, who Omega Lol, dude? Why is this a thing? Like, why did you send this to me? So you could be like... Ollie London is calling on Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity to defend me and call out the trolls and woke bullies targeting me for my non-binary Korean identity. Oh, this is like a... K-pop stans hate that man. Damn, dude, imagine just like fucking up yourself to this degree just to get like some troll bait. You know what I mean? Motherfucker got 26 likes. Or you got 2 likes, dude. 2 likes and 2 fucking... Retweet, 2 quote tweets, 1 retweet, 2 likes. After I just showed him to like 31,000, I'm sure you guys are gonna fucking be assholes, but... Are you saying that looking Asian is fucked up? Yeah, you caught me. That's what I was saying, dumbass. Pause bait, lol. Here you go. Take 2 weeks off, idiot. There isn't that much interrogation footage. If you want interrogation footage, check out The Devil and Thomas Chan. No, I'm not going to watch Soft White Underbelly, whatever that is. Okay, let's look at what this fucking idiot has done to himself. Let's see. Ollie London. Ollie London diss track. I'm non-binary Korean. 21,000 views, dude. I'm giving this person way more.
Hi
like...
guys. So I'm here today to address something that's happening right now on Twitter, and it's really not right. So I want to put it right. I want to speak up. I want to speak up against woke culture. I want to speak up out against, you know, woke people, because this is not right. This behavior is like literally out of control. Like, these woke people are literally like animals on Twitter. It's so crazy. So where do I start? Okay, so like a few days ago,
This is pretty funny. I think conservatives should do more of this. Yeah, just like, I don't know. I mean, look, if you're going to be a fucking degenerate freak, like, go off. I'll enjoy it. I don't give a fuck what woke people say. I think it's funny as fuck that you're just literally, like, undergoing an insane amount of plastic surgery just so that, like, you can, what, degrade non-binary people and then simultaneously get, like, just a little bit of a boost from these people who literally think you should be shot. Like, why are you playing in to the meme that conservatives have created that, like, trans people are somehow, like, faking it? You know what I mean? By actually faking it and then, you know, expecting conservatives to defend you. They're not going to. Like, they're not. You're a freak to most people, and you're certainly a freak to conservatives who already consider valid identities, and also people who don't do shit like this to be, you know, valid or real.
I came out as non-binary, which was a very difficult decision, because unfortunately it shouldn't be normal, but unfortunately I'm so used to, you know, having hate and having people bully me online and stuff. So I knew it would be quite a difficult thing for me to share, and it came from my heart, and it was very difficult. But you know, I haven't felt like boy, girl for a few years, actually. You know, I felt very in between. I've been very confused with how I identify. So, you know, it was...
Come on, I want to see your fucking face, dude. I want to see how busted it is. What is this shit? He's like hiding it, dude. So boring. Wait, what is this? Man spends over... Is there like a good video we can watch? Caucasian to Asian, my jawbone surgery to look more...
I'm Ollie London. I'm obsessed with K-pop and BTS.
Jimin! Oh my god!
And I'm in Korea to transform into a K-pop star. It's going to be very painful. I'm not actually changing my race, cultural appreciation, not cultural appropriation.
Oh, wow. Never mind, dude. Well, that changed, I guess. That was so 2019. That was when he was a woke K-pop stan, and now he's not.
Actually, my friends don't even know.
I did watch this. I remember now.
And they're going to see my new face for the first time. It's Oli? It's me, Nick. Oh my god. Wow. This is the place.
Beautiful,
this is where
right?
they do Gangnam Style. My god, and there's lots of K-pop places up here, and hopefully we'll see like BTS. So now that I'm in Korea, I'm really trying to find Jimin. I'm going to all of his favorite hangouts, favorite places. Oh my god,
Yeah, Jimin! Oh my god, I love you. Jimin, I love you. I love you so much. Starring Hey BTS. Since the last Barcroft show I did, my life has completely changed. I just kind of want to look like him, Jimin. So I was able to release a K-pop music video, which...
Bro, if Korean plastic surgeons can't fucking make you look like a BTS star, then absolutely zero people on the planet can. And no, that's not like being racist or anything. I'm just saying that they're like really good. They are literally like top of the line plastic surgeons. It's like saying Turks are the best at hair surgery, which is true. Koreans are at the best at all the other surgeries, okay? If they can't do it, nobody can.
Which I never dreamed would happen before. It's just changed my life dramatically for the better.
I just don't get it. Like, how do British people live like this? Like, what is this guy doing? Why does he have so much money? I will never understand. What is... Like, what is his, like, his great-grandfather was a slaver or something? Is that how he's still, like, going on with that? Like, how does he have so much cash?
And I know for a fact one day soon I'll be able to fulfill my dream and hopefully meeting Jimin. The most important reason that I'm in Korea is obviously for my beautiful transformation.
Dude, come on, dude. Come on, don't do that. That's not funny. Like, that's not funny.
Which I'm about to undergo.
Hello, guys. Stop saying guy and he. They are non-binary. What? Wait, really? Did they say they're non-binary? Dude, if they didn't say they're non-binary in this video, and like you're fucking yelling at me right now, especially after this person literally fucking says that his pronouns are Korea and Ian. Oh, they did in the video? I didn't see it. In the previous video? Respect pronouns, even if they're a shitty person. First of all, I don't think their pronouns are they, them, motherfucker. Their pronouns are G and Min. And Ko and Rian. So please go ahead and refer to them by the neo pronouns that they want to be called. Like, how are you gonna fucking jump on their actual fucking mockery of non-binary people, dude? Like, how the fuck do leftists do this shit, bro? Why? Like, they're clearly fucking... Or here, I'll say they, them. But they're clearly fucking mocking non-binary people, and you're out here taking it hook, line, and sinker, dude. What the fuck, dude? I mean, I'll say they, them for sure. But like, god damn, like if you can't fucking recognize that this person isn't like actually non-binary, but literally making fun of non-binary people, then I don't know what to tell you. You're fucking crazy, dude. Like you're literally bastardizing your own fucking cause. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Yeah, no, their pronouns are them, they, Core, and Ian. They're a non-binary person who identifies as a Korean. Good luck. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Go the fuck ahead. Please. Please go off, dude. And some of you immediately jumped on to yell at me, too. Like, you already know that they're fucking making a mockery of all this shit from the most reactionary point of view possible. And you're still like, oh, actually, dude, you're being fucking fucked up. He's like, they're calling on Tucker Carlson. I saw the location is Istanbul. I'm avoiding it. I'm avoiding it. Stop pointing it out. Fucking dumbasses, dude. Anyway, let's keep going.
Ice cream. Ice cream is amazing.
Oh, it's so good, especially Korean ice cream. I want Jimin flavor. Do they have Jimin flavor? My friend is coming as well, my Korean friend, so I will order for him.
Nice.
And he's teaching me Korean at the moment, so it's perfect.
I want to learn Korean as well.
And actually, my friends don't even know.
All I know is you're gonna have 3 surgery in one day. You crazy ass.
I'm gonna go a bit crazy.
Yeah.
And all K-pop stars have a very sharp V-line, so I really, really need to do that. It's going to be very painful because it's shaving the bone from the inside of the mouth.
Ooh, does it have to break your jaw?
I don't even know.
I want to build a fucking coalition with everyone exclusively on respecting the pronouns Cora and Ian of this person who literally is doing this as a personal branding project. This is going to work. You guys should run on that in the next election cycle, I think. This will be solid coalition building for all of us. Especially because, I'm not in favor of, throwing away trans causes in an effort to, build a movement. You guys already know this. I've talked about this a million times over. But, this isn't even a productive conversation to have. This is, literally troll bait that you fucking jumped on. And that's the point. The point of this person's existence is to get you to look like a fucking idiot. So, congratulations. You look like a fucking idiot now. You're using a straw man? Yeah, the straw man that I carefully collected from my fucking audience in the chat in real time. That's the straw man that I just did.
God. I know. Sometimes it's best not to know. But I'm also reducing my cheekbone.
What do you mean?
I'm having the bone shaved down to make my face smaller and symmetrical. Whoa. I know, it's gonna be painful.
Ooh, that sounds really painful, baby.
I know, but it's an amazing hospital, amazing medical team, and it's worth it. So I'm gonna be personally fantastic, so I'm so happy, and I'm gonna look exactly like Jimin, my idol. I'm gonna be tough, but the hospital and you is all I need to make me happy.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, Tamun is here. 안녕하세요. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming. I need to know a few more Korean words. How can I say, I am your biggest fan?
Bro, this dude is just like, why aren't you just being like, dude, you're so fucking weird. You're such a weirdo, dude. Stop.
나는 너의 굉장한 팬입니다.
나는 너의 굉장한.
Okay, dude. Motherfucker, you didn't even learn the language, dude. At least learn the language first. The fuck is wrong with you, dude? Wild. Absolutely fucking wild. Straw manning is when I read your argument word for word, and the clearer I pronounce it, the more it's a straw man. Yeah, straw manning is when I make an argument, or someone in the chat makes an argument, I read it word for word, but now I don't like the argument now that the streamer has made fun of it, so now it's actually not a real argument that no one made. Kind of like at the top of the hour, there's a fucking 6-second ad break, and sometimes chatters don't like that, and they say, Pago, tomato time. But I run the ad anyway. Now, of course, if you'd like to avoid said ads when I run those ads, you can do that. You can do that with a $5 subscription a month or for free with a Twitch Prime.